Hi guys, my name is Meads. This is going to be a review for the Player Sky X-23 made by Square Enix. I got my Untitled hobby through a special request. They do have Player Sky through their distributor, it's just that it's one of those niche figure lines and not a lot of people buy them. Well, from what I've seen. Well, maybe the ones I've seen locally, but who knows? Maybe on the online websites that people buy them more. Yeah, but the thing with Player Sky though is they're a bit expensive for what else you can get in the market. Now you're looking at some of them are close to $100 or even more, and with that same amount you can probably get a really cool Masco figure or SH Figure Arts or other figure lines within the 1/12 scale. Now they're a lot bigger. I think they're about 1/9 scale. Maybe around there. They're about 7 to 8 inch figures. They're quite tall, so it's doesn't quite work with a lot of figures out there in terms of scaling. Yeah, whether you have your 1/6 scale Hot Toys or if you have your 1/12 scale SH Figure Arts, yeah, it's not there. Yeah. So, anyways. Here we go, and this one's actually quite intriguing for me. I do have the Wolverine, and lately the Player Sky, in terms of the Marvels, are really good. I like them. So here's the box. It has a magnet cover, which we can see the inside. Really cool. I like that they have an alternate head, and I actually like that look more than having this one here with the Wolverine's helmet. But yeah, so her name is Laura Kinney. There we go. Kind of interesting. Kind of become like an assassin as well. We kind of joined the X-Men. Cloned from Wolverine's DNA. Huh. Interesting. Here's the back. Got a little bit of comics in there. Quite nice. And that's pretty much it for the box. The box is actually a little smaller than Wolverine's, but with Wolverine you're getting a bigger figure. Anyways, let's take a look inside. Alright, so I guess the first thing we should do is measure her, for those curious of how tall she is. She's about, I think I mentioned before they were like about 8 inches. Nope, they're about 9.5. Almost 10 inches in height. Yeah, so I forgot what scale that is. It's probably 1/9 scale, or maybe even 1/8. Yeah, so they're quite tall. So there she is. Quite nice. Actually, before we get to the, let me just go over real quick the alternate head here, which I will swap in a bit. We have the different claws, or hands actually. So aside from this one where the claws are retracted, you have one that is deployed with open hands. You get a pair of those, and you also get a pair with the closed fist right here. So that is great. And also X-23 comes with the foot. She has blades on her foot. So essentially the third claw for each side. Yeah. So we'll attach those in a bit. Alright, then let's take a closer look at X-23. Alright, so here we go. You know, just looking at the paint app, it is amazing. The profile, you know, it's great. I like it. And you know, for the most part, for Player Sky, they always done a fantastic job of the paint, like the shading in there. You get the kind of like a bluish purple, then you get some silver highlights, the skin tone as well. You get a bit of shading here and there, and this is one of those figures that with the costume, yeah, you definitely want the joint to be part of the costume. You don't want that to be flesh toned, otherwise it just breaks the illusion. Yeah, so this is great. I like how this is designed and done. Really nice. Alright, so with that said, let's go over articulation. Alright, so start with the head here on the neck. So there's actually a lower section here of the hair where there's a joint there, which is a bit separate. I'm not really, well, other than popping the head off there, I'm not really sure why they have like an extension. I mean, they could have easily molded out all together. I mean, you can't really move that hair separately, but yeah, it's just a separate thing. Just remove her neck. There we go. It's not too bad. Then you got your arm here. We got the hinge joint. I see a little bit of paint there. Yeah. And this is connected on a peg there. So it's actually a ball joint. You can move that or shift it around. You got a hinge joint here on the bicep. You got your elbow bend. A bit of ratcheting there. Same thing with the wrist. So quite nice in terms of arm articulation. Alright, now moving on to the torso. You got a little bit of a ball joint there. You can move it side to side. Actually, just there we go. Then you get your hip joint. You can twist it a little bit on the back. There's really no gap. You can really, well, you can tilt her back that much, and there's no up crunch. Which, yeah, I mean, it's not too bad. But yeah, it would be nice to have an up crunch, but that means that there's a lot more, I guess, seam that needs to be added, and you don't want that. Then you got your ratcheting hip joints. Now this waist area is flexible, so you just gonna have to play around with it. You can go a little higher. There we go. I mean, there's gonna be a disconnect there eventually, but you know, this is one of the things I also look on the figure. How good is the butt? I know it may sound silly, but if you have a certain pose, let's say like that, sometimes the butt area, it feels like it's just like having two butts. This one though, it's not too bad. I feel like especially this pose here, it's kind of like connected. Even though you have that seam line in the middle, it still is, it works out. Yeah, so it's not too bad. I've seen a lot worse, other players that have. What's the Catwoman? I can't remember. Yeah, one of the Catwoman has that really weird butt. But yeah, you can do the splits. It's kind of hard to do an impromptu pose, but you know, she can definitely do a high kick there. Then you got your knee bend, double jointed. It's actually a nice bend right there with a separate knee armor, which I really like. I never liked it when the knee armor is part of the top or the bottom, and it's great that is separate. So that's a really nice knee right there. On the back side, I mean, you can see a lot of that, and this feels a little loose. I don't know, it's a little loose, but I mean, it's holding. He got ratcheting joint, so it will hold. Then you got your ankle joint here, same thing. Get a little bit of a pivot. You do a lot of movements there. Then you got your toe joint, which is ideal. You definitely want that, especially on certain poses. And I think I was able to get her to stand on one foot. It was a challenge, but I was able to. Let me see if I can do just like a crazy wide pose here. Usually it takes a lot of patience and, you know, balance. Oh. me do it off camera first. Alright, so I just want to demonstrate that she can do that. Kind of like a wide stance. Alright, next part, let's go ahead and swap out the head. Now, this is always difficult for me, especially when you're swapping it with another head and there's nothing on the ball joint, or the socket, I mean, holding it in place. Sometimes the sockets shrink, and putting this on is difficult. I've already swapped this once, so this might be a lot easier. But typically they're not, and you gotta use a lot of force trying to put that head in that neck. Actually, let me go verify that it's in there. You know, the weird thing about her is she looks like Psylocke, or just like could have been Psylocke. Yeah. I wonder if they're gonna make a Player Sky of her. But yeah, getting back to her. Laura, and it's nice. She can look down, side to side, look up, no problem at all. She does have the same separate layer of hair in a ball joint, which, I mean, with this, it's maybe that's the point of it, having just a separate hair that can be, you know, a little different from the top, but I find it a little weird. Anyways, it's there. Alright, so yeah, quite nice. I actually really like this face more without the mask. Yeah. But they're given, or we have both of them, so that's nice. And if you're having problems putting that on, I would suggest the warm water method. Essentially, you put the head, or where the socket is, on warm water. Maybe let it warm up for probably 30 seconds to a minute, and don't ever microwave that. What I meant is, don't microwave the head trying to heat up the water. Heat up the water first, then put the head on. Yeah. Regardless, be careful. Hot water is hot water. You could hurt yourself. So that's that. And let's go swap some hands. Alright, so for the hands, it is a straight peg, which is great. I like it when they do that. It's always a problem when it's a ball joint. It's just always trying to fight it. Yeah. Right. Getting here to stand here. Oh, she's not standing. Alright, let's go ahead and swap the other one. So the blades here, it's not die cast. Would have been cool, but they're flexible, which might be a good thing. And it's not that tough plastic, which could break. So there's a little give on it, which is nice, and it's nicely painted as well. So you got those two blades. And if we like, we can also swap those with the closed fist. Just depends on what pose you're going for, or yeah. I mean, having one of each is nice as well. So that's really cool. Now going on to the feet, we have the claw here, or another blade. It's kind of cool though that she has this. It's a little different from our Wolverine, Logan, and actually this is kind of a little hard to put on. There we go. It's just a little tab there. And this makes her a really formidable killer, because having those blades on to the feet just makes her more deadlier. You know, not that the original Wolverine's kick could kill someone. I mean, they do have incredible strength. But yeah, it's quite nice. And have her on a kicking pose. You know, definitely can claw someone's throat with that thing. Yeah, really nice. Now, there is a Player Sky stand which is I normally don't assemble it. It's inside the box. Alright then, let me try to do a pose and conclude the review. Alright, so here we go, side-by-side comparison with Wolverine. And a friend of mine asked, whenever I got a chance to have them both, would Wolverine be taller or shorter? And in this case, my camera is actually in the shoulder level. And just looking at it, yeah, Wolverine is slightly shorter, which would make sense. And that's what we want. Wolverine should be a short guy, but really beefy, you know, got all that muscles, and the way they did this is actually great. Yeah. But yeah, Wolverine is just a massive, he's like a tank. And actually, with the name Wolverine, you got something like a small but fierce. Yeah, really nice though. And for those wondering, is this figure worth getting? Personally, for me, I like it. I don't have any other X-23 figures, and I really don't know if there's figures out there. Probably Marvel Legends, since Hasbro has been making pretty much all the characters out there available. Not sure about Mezco. I haven't really jumped on that Mezco train and follow it, and yeah, it's just one of those. If I tried it, I'm probably gonna get hooked on it. Yeah, I'm just trying to limit. Although I've been buying Player Sky since I already started on it. And what else is out there? I don't think Bandai is making any SH figure X-Men. Revoltech though, I'm not sure if they made. They do have Wolverine. Not sure about X-23 yet. Maybe. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the review. Hope you guys like it. Again, I got my from Tatsu Hobby. You can reach them to their contact us on their webpage. That's the best way to reach out to them, or send them an email. If you have like a special request, you never know. They might be able to help you get it, like me. And I've been getting a lot of stuff through them, and yes, I could get this through Amazon or Big Bad Toy Store, but I really like to support my local hobby store. And if you have the opportunity to do that, I highly recommend doing so. But yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. So until then, this is Meads. Thanks for watching.